Chelsea, I heard from the rest of the family that you got married. I knew you had someone you'd been dating for a while now, but if you plan to get married, you have to tell me. It's amazing to hear that the family is growing larger. Also, there are a lot of things that need to get prepared now. We need to start thinking about the wedding and what kind of decorations you'll want there. I won't try to get in your way when planning it all out, but I'd still like to be around to help you a little. Huh? But I did tell you about getting married. Maybe this is because you always forget about me that you never remembered? Even if I happen to be forgetful at times, I never forget about my own daughter getting married. Anyway, if you're going to have a wedding, can you please tell me the date you'd like to have it on? I want to meet his parents, and I want to be around to help with the wedding. Actually, I haven't even met him yet, so it'd be nice if you could set up a day for the three of us to go out and chat. Don't tell me you plan to be around me for this, right? Huh? You already know that I'll be there. No parent would ever want to stay away from their kid while they're having a wedding. Why would you say something like that? Listen to yourself. Huh? Wait a second, Chelsea. Is there something going on between us that I should be worried about? I know I can be a bit too much for you at times, but we haven't talked that much recently, so there shouldn't be anything about me that's upsetting you. Chelsea, can you please reply to me? Chelsea? Chelsea, I'm asking you to please respond to me. This is all really important for us, right? I only just learned that you have a man now, and I'd like a bit more information on what'll happen from here. Shut up already! You're always being so rude to me. I stopped talking because you crossed the line with me again, and I don't have any more patience for you. I'd like it if you just read the atmosphere already. Uh-huh. For the time being, I think the day of the wedding is bound to change. So when we have a certain date, I'll let you know. Well, I guess that's okay, but... and as far as you meeting with the parents before the wedding, they don't seem to want to. So you will not be meeting his parents and family before the wedding. They already told me things are tough as it is with their lives, and that they'll see you someday. And you're telling me that they don't want to meet with me before the wedding? But that's like one of the most important things that needs to happen before your big day. Don't you want to know how I'll get along with them? That's all right. My husband is a pretty busy man after all. There's no time to waste watching you make a fool out of me in front of them. Make a fool out of you? Wait, he's so busy that he can't even let me come and meet him or his family? What kind of man is he? I want to at least know who he is, Chelsea. He's going to be family in the end, so I want to know about him so things don't stay distant. You really want to know about him, huh? He's the son of a very powerful family that has a very famous company. He's one of the elite. He's got a lot of money, so does everyone else. They all live in a huge mansion deep in the woods, and the only way you can actually go into their estate is if you know them personally. Well, that's great to hear. He's 1 in a million then. I'm so proud that you finally found someone and he ended up being that outstanding. That's exactly right. And I'll become part of a family of very distinguished people. I'll be in a world far different than the one my moneyless mom lives in. So don't be trying to contact me too much, okay? Huh? You have heard of the company Marina Group, right, Mom? Well, my husband is going to be the CEO of that company. Dad is the CEO there now, but one day when he steps down, he'll give the position to his son, and then I'll be right next to him. So there's no way I want him knowing about my janitor mom whatsoever. Marina Group is the company that specializes in all sorts of businesses, right? Things like technology and medicine? I see. A son of the Marina Group. But if he happens to be affiliated closely with the Marina Group, then he should be just fine meeting someone like me. I already know plenty of people there now, so we could get along really well. And at this point, he's already been married, so he shouldn't mind seeing his mother-in-law. Ask him if he can make a little time to come out and see me. Huh? Why would you know about anything to do with him when you're a simple janitor? Well, the reason for that is that I'm a janitor working for the Marina Group within their main headquarters. Huh? They have a lot of guests that come to the building, and so they made sure to keep a large group of us there to keep the place very clean. I may be based at the headquarters, but every so often I'll also be asked to go to some of the other regional offices. And since I have been cleaning the meeting rooms a lot of the time, I meet all sorts of execs from all over the world that come to do business. Stop bullcrapping me. Huh? What are you talking about? I never heard a thing about you working there. Hurry up and quit that job now, you old hag. Unless you're lying to me, of course. Wait, Chelsea? What the hell has gotten into you? Just quit that dang job. He'll learn that you're a janitor if you continue to work there. That would be too embarrassing for me to even keep on living. So just tell them that you're leaving and find a new job. Maybe one that's a little bit less dirty and smelly. I've been in the company for a while now, so leaving like this would be too much of a problem for them. I don't want to do that, especially after all this company has given to you and me. I don't care. I just want you to quit. That job has given nothing to you, and it most certainly has not given anything beside a bad image to me. Now quit! If you don't, I'll cut ties with you forever, and you'll never get to see how your daughter turns out. Calm down, Chelsea. I assure you that if you just listen to me and let me talk to your man and his family, everything will be just fine. Chelsea? Mom, we've chosen a day for the wedding. I'll tell you the date in a little bit, but first, can you hand me my money for the wedding? So you've decided on a date, huh? But I feel as though I should be giving you something more meaningful than just money, don't you think? My friends said they'd be giving me presents, so it's fine. I just want you to bring me my money. And if not, I'll ask it for the moment you come to my wedding. All right, then. And one other thing. When are you going to quit your job for me? If your daughter is about to have a wedding with an elite man, then it's only right that you, as my mom, quit that dirty job. I can't believe you right now. If you quit that job, I promise to give you a little money once we're married, and you can live off of that until you find a better job. But I have a life of my own to live, and this job is how I keep my life going. I plan to at least ask my boss if it would be okay for me to work in another office for the time being instead of the headquarters. That way your husband will never even know I work in the company and you won't have to be worried. Huh? You are useless! Chelsea. And you've been that way forever. Ever since Dad died and you said you had to work for the two of us, you left me at home all by myself. Even though you also said you had to be there to be the one to raise me, you never were around to. I don't get it, Mom. How can you be so frickin' useless? That's not true. I was there with you all the time to make sure that you grew up into a happy and loved woman. I just needed to work a lot so that we had money. So that you had money for when I sent you off to university. Shut up! Don't try and fool me. You always came to my graduations or ceremonies in your dirty clothing, and it was a disgrace to our family. And since I plan to cut ties with you after the wedding, I thought the last thing you could attempt to do for me is hand me my money. But you're still trying to ruin things for me by working that job, and it's enough. Don't say something so heartless as cutting ties with me, Chelsea. I'm sure there are times I left you feeling lonely, and you remember those moments very well. But I wanted to make sure you were still loved and raised well, and that's why I worked so hard for you. I love you, Chelsea. Why have you showed up to my wedding without telling me? Don't mess around anymore. Do you really want to make me feel embarrassed today? You are absolutely useless, Mom. I told you to read the dang atmosphere, Mom. Chelsea, why? Why have you been doing this to me? Huh? Doing what to you? Don't play stupid with me. I was thinking as a way of showing my love and support for you, I'd come and see the family and the man that you'd be marrying into. And the moment I came into that room, you punched me in the face. Then you called me a thief of your wedding. You hit me in the face with something in that room. And then to finish me off, you called one of the security guards in to carry me out of the wedding. You're making things seem like they happened worse than they really did. Are you sure you're not just imagining things now? If you think things like that are bad for you, then maybe you should go see a doctor for yourself. If that was all an illusion, then it was all very real. But I know right now that my face is covered in cuts and bruises and is swelling really badly. So I'm going to have to go to the hospital and have it all cared for. Well, if you're going, then I don't need to worry about you. Ask them to take a look at your head and make sure there's even a brain in there. The tests have finally all been done on me, and now I'm waiting on the results. They at least told me that nothing serious is broken. But because my skin is really torn up, they asked that I take things easy for a little while. I see. You see? Chelsea, this was all your fault in the first place.
Oh, shut the hell up. It's not like it really even matters at this point. I just wish you would have broken something in your head and then you could have stayed in the hospital forever.
Chelsea, why did you choose to punch me? I even made sure that to not cause you any embarrassment, I wore a really done-up dress. And I didn't even mean to go up to his parents yet to introduce myself. So why are you treating me so poorly? If I caused you that much pain in the past, I will forgive you, but you have to explain to me why you did this.
Well, look, I already told you why, right? My husband is the son of a very famous family and a large company. He himself has a wonderful future ahead of him, and his family is all full of elite people. They're already all aware that I'm just some plain girl that graduated from a mid-level university, but if they learn that my mom is some dirty janitor, that would be the end of this marriage.
The end of your marriage? I don't think they would do that to you, though.
Well, the elite don't want to be anywhere near the poor, Mom. And I had finally found my way out of being poor and dirty, so don't you dare get in my way now!
So that's the reason you've chosen to hate me. And yet you don't even understand what I do for a living.
Come on. All you are is a stupid janitor, right? In other words, you literally smell of garbage. Do you really think that there are any people that want you in their family? And so, I'm going to tell his family that both my parents are dead and have been for a long time.
Huh?
It's much better to just tell him that you're dead instead of saying something like you're a janitor or something. And yet you decided to come here without telling me. Did you really think I was going to invite a janitor to my wedding? So, for coming uninvited, it was only right of me to hit you in the face.
All you are to me now is a complete stranger, then.
Huh? Oh, well, that helps out a lot then.
You're right. I'll no longer be around you anymore, and you'll never have to think of me as your mom again.
I never thought of you as my mom, though. Having to call you Mom all this time was the biggest pain in the butt ever. But now I'll finally never have to worry about that pain again.
Marissa, do you have time at this moment to talk? This is Marina Group's Richard.
Oh, Mr. Richard, thank you so much. I had just finished asking if it would be okay for me to contact you today. But there's a problem, right?
When I heard that there was something private the two of us needed to talk about, I knew what was coming. I'm so sorry for what has happened.
Oh, I don't mind at the moment. I'm assuming that with the privacy that this conversation has, you may have some questions about the whole matter?
Well, yes. To start, I would like to tell you that was my son's wedding yesterday.
I had assumed that was so. Congratulations.
Thank you, but I was made aware that in one of the tables showing family members, your photo was there, which is odd considering that the bride stated that both her parents were dead during her speech. I didn't want to think that this could be true, but are you Kelsey's mother?
Yes, that's right. And my daughter told me that she didn't want a janitor mother at her wedding. I didn't even go into the main hall where the actual wedding would be held, yet she punched me in the face anyway.
She punched you?
Yes, and thankfully, due to me having to clean around your office, you were able to see the condition my face is in.
She hit you that badly, though? If it really is bothering you to be at work with those injuries, you are more than welcome to take some time off.
Thank you for being so considerate. But I have some things that are going on that are making it hard for me to take any time off. And taking time off may cause some trouble for you, Mr. Richard. But be aware that I'm going to sue Chelsea.
What? Wait. Are you being serious? She's your daughter, though, right?
And that's the reason why I have to sue her. Now that she has her wonderful husband to look after her, she's forgotten about everything I sacrificed to raise her when she was younger. But in my eyes, I've always been so proud that she was able to find herself a man.
Everyone knows that you've taken such good care of Kelsey. Even when you were so busy with supporting her through your work, you were able to get to her school events.
And that was because I had people here to help make that happen. But perhaps that didn't make me a good enough mother for her. Chelsea used to be such a kind little girl to me. There were times she'd even hand-bake me cakes for my birthday to celebrate. Yet, now she's at the point where she thinks it's okay to punch her own mother. I must have messed up somewhere along the way that turned her into this monster.
And as for myself, seeing that she had become such a good wife for my son, I can't believe she would do such a thing. When I had first met her after she started dating my son, she always told me that she wanted to be my daughter, and that's what made me fall for her.
Chelsea, she's really changed now, though. And because of what's happened to her, I cannot let her get away with it. It's because she used to be my sweet little girl, that seeing her now as someone who's okay with violence has made me so upset. I cannot let her get away with that, Mr. Richard.
Marissa?
And on top of that, she now wishes for me to just disappear from her life. And so if she wants to think of me as nothing but a complete stranger, I'll do the same and forget that she was ever my daughter. I never wanted to have to think of her as someone beside my own blood, but because she's gone so far to show that she doesn't want me around anymore, I'll do as she wishes. Now Chelsea is nothing more than a complete stranger to me. Perhaps I should say she turned out just like me. After all, I was an awful mother to her.
I don't believe that you were. You gave your all to be the mother that she not only wanted, but needed, and that took a lot of sacrifice out of you. And so in this instant, what she had done to you was not something that can be forgiven. For the time being, I want you to rest and let your wounds heal. And so that you can have time off of work, I'll have someone in to cover for you, okay?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Richard.
Just call me Richard, Marissa.
Thank you, Richard.
Hey, you hag! What the hell is this? What does it mean I'm being sued? It says there was a victim's report sent in by you?
Well, what you're looking at is just that.
Don't mess with me, you! Just because you're upset with me doesn't mean you can try and fight me now.
Well, I'd like to know who this is. I don't happen to be friends with anyone who's willing to call me a hag like you have, so who are you?
Huh? What's with that? You're being too distant.
You and I are complete strangers, so I don't happen to know much about you. Hence, me acting distant. And within that victim's report that you have with you, there's a breakdown off all the healthcare that I needed to receive for my injuries. And because there were cameras all over the reception hall for your wedding, I have plenty of evidence.
Having to listen to a janitor tell me they're the victim of anything is gross. Hurry up and get rid of this crap.
I will not be doing that.
Well, if you like, I can pay you out of court. Unlike you, you useless hag, I happen to be quite the generous person. I have lots in savings, and so I don't mind handing you a little money to shut you up. So, tell me what you like.
You must have a lot of money then.
I'm a celebrity now, so my money is endless. And unlike me, your life cleaning up garbage must be painful every single day. You have no money to play with like me.
But unfortunately, I believe that your money isn't going to last much longer.
You are such a sore loser, and it's making me sad. Have you not realized what's happened to you yet? You witch! You started telling my husband all sorts of weird crap now. You're a freak. I'm going to sue you now.
If you want to try suing me, go right ahead. I just happened to tell your husband the whole truth surrounding us. I let him know that his wife is totally fine with punching her own family.
And that's what makes you a freak. You're trying to ruin my image. I am not some kind of monster that just likes to punch whoever I see.
But you punched me without any restraint, right?
And that's because you messed up by coming to my wedding without even being invited. You're a low-life janitor, and you came to that wedding to try and take the spotlight away from me, right? And so me punching you was to protect myself. I never just go around punching my family or anyone else.
But it turns out that your husband trusts me over you.
Huh?
Your husband really is a kind man, isn't he? When he heard that I was his mother-in-law, he was so happy and spoke to me like he was family. He even called me Mom, and that just warmed my heart. And when I saw his smile, I just didn't know how I could have ended up with such a caring son-in-law.
Well, you and I are just strangers now, so he's not your son-in-law.
That's right. But in only a little longer, you and him will also be nothing but strangers.
What are you talking about? That man loves the hell out of me. There's no way we'll ever get divorced from each other.
That's what you'd like to think, right? But when he sees the evidence of you punching me, like those recorded videos, and when he sees how you've always texted me, he might just lose all his love for you.
You're going to show him? Our conversations are supposed to be between you and I.
Oh, I've already told him, Chelsea. And all of this is evidence to you assaulting me. And just as I've told your husband, I've told the police about everything, and soon you'll be taken into their custody. I told him that he's totally fine to continue the process of divorcing you while all that happens. Your husband may be the kind of man to be generous and loving to everyone, but he can only spread that love so far when there's someone who has turned themselves into a monster. He doesn't even care that I'm a janitor. He's worried about the fact that he's married to a woman that chooses violence over anything else.
In this day and age, evidence can be faked. And you know that when choosing to trust his wife over some random old lady, he'd choose to trust me. And now I'm going to go around telling everyone that a crazy old hag has been making things up about me and that it's ruining my reputation.
And that will only work if people choose to believe you.
This is all your fault. It's your fault that he wants to divorce me now. You're a frickin' plague.
I can see that you're in a lot of trouble now, but what happened to the confidence you had before?
Shut the hell up, you hag. It's because of all the needless crap you brought up that my husband went and started looking deeper into me.
Right. He was able to see that in college you and other men would always get into problematic relationships with each other, huh? I heard all about it from your husband. He said that you always chose to be violent with other people back then. Which is crazy because I never even knew that you'd been beating up people back then when you were away at college.
But in those instances, I would give them some hush money and things would end there. So don't use all of that to ruin my image now.
The fact that I never once noticed that you've been causing all that trouble then really goes to show how bad of a mother I was. But now knowing that he's willing to divorce you over all of that, I'm happy.
Shut the actual frick up, you whore. You tried to take away my happiness. You're the worst of the worst. Are you not saddened by all the pain you've caused your daughter?
Of course, I had always wanted my daughter to be happy, but I never had a daughter that wanted her mother to be happy. And don't worry, because I'm not your mom anymore, just like you've been asking.
Dad, help me please. My mom has a grudge against me now and is making up lies. Can you please tell your son to not divorce me at least? You told me ever since I became your daughter you've been so happy, right?
I'm sorry, Kelsey, but I already know everything.
And everything that you know is that woman's delusion.
Her delusion? But I had seen the face of your mother after you had punched her in the eye. Do you really think that I could see that as a lie for the type of person that you really are?
Huh? Why did you see my mom when she's only a janitor?
Of course, it's surprising to think that a CEO would be aware of all his janitors like I am. But Kelsey, your mom and I, her and I go way back, Kelsey.
Her and you?
Yes, your deceased father was my close friend, and I think I remember once seeing you at the funeral for him, although you were a lot younger then, and you were crying the whole time, so I never really had a chance to confirm who you were.
I remember the funeral. And I remember a man standing right in front of his grave after he was buried that cried and cried all day. Was that person you?
He was me, and that's why your mother and I have been close ever since. But she never once thought of getting married again, instead sacrificing everything of hers to make sure that she could raise you right. And since I was so close to her husband, I made it my goal to support her as she raised you, even to the length of giving her the job that she has now. And that job is the one that you keep on making fun of her for.
But isn't being a janitor one of the dirtiest and lowest jobs out there? I bet the only reason you gave her that job is because she was too stupid to do anything else, right?
Do not make such claims about your mother or I. And although you can't seem to understand it, I can see that your mother is one of the most important people around.
Huh? There's just no way.
Are you sure? If you'd like to come and give being a janitor a try for this company, we'll see how hard she works to keep everything going smoothly here. She's amazing with all of her cleaning techniques, and at the moment, because of those reasons, she's the manager of the Marina Group's janitors.
Huh? That woman is the manager?
Yeah, she's always been making sure that my headquarters is looking perfect. And so now I have her managing all the other janitors and making sure any new hires are trained properly. She's even willing to do tasks outside of her job requirements, and everyone here respects her for that. Not only as her CEO, but as the man who's known her for so long, I think that she is one of the most amazing women to have ever entered my company.
That can't be.
You made it clear that you hated her for her career, and that you never wanted her to be your mom because you couldn't see all the work that she put in for you. In other words, you've been making fun of and hurting the woman that I promised your dad I'd keep safe and support. I cannot let my son stay married to anyone like you, and so this is the end for you.
You're wrong. I never knew that my mom was doing that amazing at her job.
Even after all you've done to us, you still want to try and make excuses? I don't want you anywhere near my son or your mother. If you do ever come near them, I'll have the police called and you taken to jail.
Wait, Dad, please listen to what I have to say about this. Mom, help me! Right now, I'm in court for the divorce, and it looks like all those other men from the past want to sue me now. And because of the victims report you handed in, my life is going to be pretty much over.
And that's what you had been wishing for. I never planned on taking that report down. And now I'm going to make sure that you pay me a settlement as well as pay for all my medical bills, so prepare yourself.
But I don't have that kind of money on me. Please forgive me for whatever I did.
I will not. I have a responsibility to make sure that the daughter I raised is properly punished for the way she's acted. And now that you've gone and told me I'm not your mother anymore, I will not go easy on you. Now I want no more messages coming from you anymore. You are just a stranger now, so acting this way is extremely rude to me.
Wait! Hey, please come help me. I'll do anything for you. Somebody come and save me.
After that, Chelsea was told that she would have to pay a settlement to quite a few people, but on top of that, she would also have to be on parole for a year. She was not happy about hearing that from the judge and tried really hard to run from them, but she soon realized that the police were all around her. That didn't stop her though, and in an attempt to get around them, she punched one of the police in the face, only to be tackled by 3 more and dragged out of the courtroom. For 6 months after that, she had to serve time for assaulting an officer, but was released early and placed on 2 years of parole. However, getting out of jail was not easy on her, and she still has to pay off all the settlements, which she chose to borrow a lot of money in order to do so. But even without the stress of the settlements themselves looming over her, she now needed to pay off the money that she borrowed. So now she's working day and night at a couple of different places, trying her best to make all she can. But because of the way she treats everyone and acts within the building she's been working in, she's been demoted to being the janitor in all of them. She has now learned that there's no good side or bad side to being a janitor, and that it's all up to the person in said position to make a good or bad name for themselves. I know that she has to work long days making whatever money she can, but I hope, as my last wish for her as her mother, that she will one day find a way out of having to work so much and can go back to a normal life where she has time to breathe. As for myself, I can see that even with all I gave trying to raise her right, she still turned out far worse than I could have ever imagined. But as a lot of my friends around me have said, I cannot blame myself for raising someone that was never willing to respect me in the first place.
What are we going to do about dinner tonight? You better be making it this time. Last time you were on a business trip, and you never were home to do any of the chores. Do you think it's a good time for you to stop trying to piss me off all the time?
Do you think you can stop talking to me like that? You've always been talking to me like that, and it's already made me more than unhappy with you.
Why should I? It's my right as the man of this house to be able to boss you around however I'd like.
Sure, but I'm telling you that I hate it, so would you stop? And also, when I'm around the house, I'll do my best to get any chores done for us. But recently, I've been very busy with work and haven't had much time to be home to take care of things. So I want you to show a little understanding with that.
Understanding? What are you talking about, Anna? Why would you want that from me when it's your fault that your work is busy?
What do you mean by that?
Your work and me have nothing to do with one another, right? You're my wife! And so, the only relation anything has with me is you doing your job here, in the house. But if you can't do that, would you rather us get divorced? You know dang well that if you were divorced by me, you'd be screwed!
You said the same thing yesterday, that you were filling out the paperwork, right? Were you being serious? Do you think it's okay to think of that even when you're not as upset with me?
I just want to let you know that I can have you thrown out of here whenever I please. And if it does happen, I want it to be quick for us. After all, a woman like you is barely of any use to me. So, if you continue to not get the housework done for me, then throwing you on the streets should be enough to teach you a lesson.
Even though I have a job of my own that pays about the same pay as you? And I'm working it just as much as you do. I've been getting most of the housework done, right? What I'm trying to say is that you don't even bother to do anything to help at the house like I do. Yet, even with you giving nothing to our relationship, you sit there whining and complaining about all the hard work I've done.
You call it complaining, but to me, it's trying to get you to do your job. After all, it's well known that all the housework needs to be done by the wife. So could you stop trying to blame me for doing what's right? But if you can't seem to get a handle on things, I'll just have to throw you away before you make me too embarrassed. Well, life would be a lot better without you around, you pain-in-the-butt wife.
Well, if you're gonna go as far as that, then maybe we are finished. I understand what you want now, so I'm quitting my job as your wife.
Oh, you're really going to quit now? Well, maybe if you stop talking back to me like this all the time, you'd have time to think about why I'm right. Do your job from now on. You have to make sure you do as your husband says. I mean, that's the only reason I married you in the first place, Anna.
Well, you make a good point. I'm at the point now where I can't even think of anything besides my understanding of you, Bryce. So, that's what we'll do then?
Go ahead! This better mean you listen to everything now, right?
No, that's not what I was talking about, but I'm saying that I'll do as you've asked so that I can make you happy. And so, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty, just get home right now. If you have enough time to talk to me like this, then you must be finished with your work over there. So hurry home now. I need my dinner.
When I'm finished with my work, I'll come home. That's what everyone does, right? I'll see you later.
I'm not going to ask this again. Will you please stop screwing around?
Huh? What do you want about?
How long are you going to be overseas for work? Do you really think I'm fine with you being away from home this long? Hurry up and get home now! I can't deal with your crap any longer, woman!
Who are you calling woman like that? I want to know why the heck you're talking to me like that and what for. Do you not have any idea what you're asking for by talking to me with that attitude? What do you want?
I'm telling you to stop your trip overseas and come back! You think you can just get away with not cooking for me because you have a business trip to go on? It's almost been 2 weeks of you now dodging me! Are you fine with me divorcing you?
What? Why are you saying all that now? Are you trying to threaten me again?
I'm not just threatening you. I'm being very serious about leaving you. This is me demanding that you come home now! Are you going to ignore your husband's demand?
Wait, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm trying to make it clear to you that if you don't come back to me and make my dinner, I'm going to throw you onto the streets! You can't just run away for a few weeks and leave your husband at home with nothing to eat, can you? I don't ever remember saying that was okay for you to do. If it was going to be this long, I would have explained all of this to you before you left. Come back to the States, right now! You're getting the choice of either a divorce or leaving your job. Choose, now!
Do you not see how crazy a situation you've created for yourself? I have no reason to be listening to you. But you think I'll come back for you? You're a frickin' idiot, man.
What did you just say to me? You think it's okay to start calling me an idiot now, do ya? If I'm not around for you anymore, you won't be able to do a thing on your own. Who's been the one that's put this roof over our heads and food to eat?
And that's obviously been you, right?
Are you saying you're not thankful for all I've given?
Why would I be thankful for you? You seem to be at the point now that you've become so insane that you don't even know what you're saying anymore. Why would I need to be thankful to you, Bryce?
Do you think it's okay to make me this pissed off right now? I won't forgive you for this one. I am your husband, and you've just gone and pushed me to my limits.
My husband? You are very wrong about that.
Huh? You're that much of a piece of garbage that you can't even call me your husband anymore? If you take one more step further, I don't think I'll be able to hold myself back anymore. I'm going to divorce you.
Huh?
You think a wife that leaves her husband to go overseas and is never around to do her chores can just talk to me like that? If you don't get on a plane right now and come home to make me dinner, I'm divorcing you!
But we divorced last month, right?
Huh?
What the hell have you been saying this whole time? I told you last month that we had gotten divorced. We've been divorced for weeks now, so why are you coming at me saying that you're still my husband and have demands for me?
What are you saying? We're divorced? Don't talk to me about such nonsense! Since when did we ever get a divorce, Anna? I'm tired of you always getting this confused.
What am I confused about exactly? I already handed in our divorce paperwork a while back, and so I assumed we've been divorced since then. And I made sure to tell you all that last month when it happened.
You were being serious about all of that?
Why would I have ever been joking back then about that? There wouldn't have been anything in it for me if I'd done so.
Huh? That we're divorced? Huh? What's going on? When? How did you end up doing that without me ever noticing?
You said you'd filled out all the paperwork yourself, right?
So then you used that?
Of course I did. You had flaunted the fact that you'd filled out all your parts and everything, and so I took it and handed it in last month. So why are you talking to me about this now? We haven't been together now for a month, so why are you coming back to me now?
I never knew that you and I had gotten divorced. I just thought that you had left the house to go on a business trip.
Well, I'm not on a business trip right now.
Huh? What do you mean you're not on a business trip?
Well, I assumed that since you and I are nothing now and that you're just a stranger to me, I had no reason to tell you where I was going. I'm not on some business trip. Rather, I went and changed my career and I'm now working for a company outside the US. So I'm not going to be coming back there to be home anytime soon.
Huh? You're living overseas now then? Since when did you think you could just do all of that without letting me know at least? Why didn't you at least say that before you left? You know that I would have never let you go without my permission!
I'll tell you one last time. We are divorced now, you and I. So why would it make it necessary to have to come check in with you before making my own choices? We have never been that close to each other, especially now.
You say that like we were never even married. You were my wife, right?
But when I handed in that divorce paperwork, we went right back to being strangers. You were the one that kept asking for it, so I went and played along. Why would you think that I'd never hand the papers in?
You're asking me why? Because I never assumed you'd hand them in.
Come on. Did you really let yourself believe that without you I'd never be able to make it on my own? Well, if you still believe that, take a good look at me now. Whose house do you think you're living in right now?
Huh? What do you mean?
Wait, have you already left the place then? You knew that the house we were in was the house I took a loan out on to afford, so it was under my name.
What does that even mean? Huh? Is that right?
So you never even realized that either. Funny, since you had always made it seem like you put that roof over our heads. I at least hope you could have done some chores or something without me. The person that's been able to live with the help of others has been you, not me. So I'm wondering, why are you in someone else's house?
What do you mean by someone else's house? This is our house, right?
You're still wrong. You've been living in someone else's house ever since you and I got divorced. I didn't really care since I had moved away, but I plan to have that place sold very soon.
Huh? You're selling it?
I told you that after the divorce, right? That you needed to leave?
I just thought that everything you said to me back then was you trying to continue our fight or something.
Well, at this point, I don't have any plans to fight anymore. I had already told my realtor that the house would be going up for sale, and that's why I just thought I'd mention it to you. Anyway, before I called the police on you for trespassing, get out of that house. You had planned to have me tossed on the streets after a divorce, but how does it feel now to be told to leave my house?
I can't believe this. Are you really okay with what's all happening right now? I can't believe you've been planning on throwing me out.
Even if you can't believe it, they're all just the facts, so hurry yourself up and get a move on. I plan to come back for a little bit to help with the selling of the house, and I don't want you around while I'm there. And actually, why are you still there?
Huh? You're selling it? Why, Anna? This place was also my house. Even if you tell me to leave this place now, I can't just do it in a day.
Come on now. You've been the one planning this for a while now, right? Whenever I did something you didn't like, you used divorce as a way of threatening me. And even after telling you over and over again to stop, you keep coming at me with that horrible attitude of yours. You never even learned to change the way you acted out towards me, and so this is the price you get to pay. I'm so happy you decided to fill out a lot of that divorce paperwork because it made my decision a whole lot easier.
You're kidding, right? Does this mean you've always wanted to divorce me? Why, though? You'll never be able to find as good of a husband as me!
What? A good husband? What part of you is good?
What the?
If you're referring to all the plates you'd leave behind after eating and the rare occasions that you come around and make a meal for us, I think you're very wrong for making that seem like you were a good husband.
Huh? I was?
On top of that, your hateful attitude towards me that you'd have every day and the fact that you always tried to look down on me really showed me how terrible of a husband you were. Do you understand what I mean? It was impossible for me to be around you, especially when you got all worked up. But we're divorced now, so I don't really care if you understand me or not. So, why have you still not left the house after getting divorced?
You're asking me why?
So you really did not think we were divorced.
Anna, this isn't good. Can you please stop trying to mess with me? I didn't know anything about you selfishly handing in those documents without me. And asking me to leave all of a sudden is not going to sit well with me.
Huh? Do you not see who's messing around right now still?
Huh?
This is all what you deserve after treating your kind wife so horrible after she told you to lay off of her so many times. If you'd wanted to have someone around the house to do the chores all the time, you should have hired a maid or something like that. Well, if you're not even able to pay for the house you're sitting in right now, you probably never had the money to hire your own maid.
I don't want to leave. We're family, and we should be living together. Moving overseas without ever telling me, that's not the right thing to do right now. Can you please come back? If I don't have you with me, I'll be the one getting screwed.
You've changed so much from the man you were before that I can't help myself from laughing. Well, I'm so sorry, but I'm doing great without you. Actually, this is the best I've ever felt in such a long time, so I want you to stay away. Now hurry up and leave my house. You should be able to clean up by yourself by now. You're 36 years old, for God's sake.
My age has nothing to do with that. Please don't throw me away already. If I don't have you anymore, I'm going to have nowhere to live. I won't be able to survive. Don't throw me away.
Who was the one that made a fuss about me not being able to cook for you every day and that you'd throw me away for it?
Did I really say that?
If you can't seem to remember that, then go back 1 month in the text history and you'll be able to read everything. I'm getting tired of having to sit here and baby you right now. Well, I have a new life to make for myself over here now. Go on and enjoy your new life as a moneyless and worthless man already. In the end, Anna moved on and ignored anything else Bryce said to her. And after, it seems that Bryce was finally kicked out of her house. He had lost his house now and had no family to move in with. But since this is the life he asked for, there's no chance of anyone being around to help him back up. His mental health began to take a decline, and soon he couldn't make it into work as much, and so he soon lost his job as well. On the other hand, Anna's doing great with her new career, and she was finally able to make her dream come true of working and living in another country. And deep down, she's very happy for divorcing Bryce and making good use of herself. I guess the way he treated her really did seem to help her out after all.
Jamie, why are you still living in my family's house?
What kind of question is that?
Starting today, I'll be living at my parents' house again.
What? I never heard anything about how you'd be coming back here to stay with all of us. Well, I did hear something, but that was about you coming next month for a little bit. What happened to that?
Well, I have all this time on my hands right now, so I was thinking I might come sooner than planned. And when I told my mom I'd be coming, she said that you were still living in their house with them, and I was shocked. So you and my brother are still living in that house together with my parents?
Yeah, and the plan was to continue living with both your parents for the long run. And, well, we had heard about how you planned to come back here and to have your baby. But we never heard anything about how you were planning on coming back today now. I don't think the room or anything else is ready for you quite yet.
To be honest with you, I assumed you were no longer in that house, Jamie. But now it seems like things haven't changed at all, and that's just pitiful.
Huh? Pitiful? What do you mean by that? I get that your room isn't prepared for you to come yet, but that's all due to you coming a month before we had planned. So why do you have to say things are pitiful because of me? I had nothing to do with that.
You saying that you have nothing to do with it is not all right, Jamie. Are you really that irresponsible? I've already had a look at my room, and it looks like you've all just thrown all your things in there and left it like a warehouse.
Well, nobody's been living there for a long time, so we didn't want to let the room go to waste. We also all thought that you wouldn't be home until next month, so there haven't been any preparations made for you yet.
For some reason, it seems that all of you aren't as excited about me coming home as I first thought. What is with that attitude from you, Jamie? Would you stop acting like I'm not a part of this family, please? If anything, I have more of a right to this house than you or my brother do.
I'm not trying to play things off as though you're not important or not wanted here. I'm just letting you know why your room isn't ready yet, and that's all.
Is that right? Well, there was no avoiding this one, right? You must be so jealous of me.
Jealous of you? What are you going on about now?
You are infertile, right, Jamie?
What?
I'm aware that you were jealous of me because you can't have a baby of your own due to you being infertile. But just because you're a half-baked woman doesn't mean you can keep hating on me, okay? I'm oh so sorry that I was able to get pregnant this easily right in front of your eyes.
Nobody ever said I was jealous of you for getting pregnant, Lydia. If anything, you saying something like that to me is kind of hurtful. I've actually been quite happy about hearing that you're going to have a baby soon and wanted to congratulate you on that.
That's just loads of crap. You hate the fact that I'm pregnant and you're not, and that's why this house is all turned upside down.
Hold on a second. What are you talking about? I feel like you've gone a little bit off the rails here and are just making things up about the situation.
I'm not making anything up about you and the house, as it's all right on the mark, right? But this is pretty scary. Having to live in the same house as someone like you.
Scary? What about me is so terrifying for you?
You are infertile, making you unable to bear a child, and that's made you all the more jealous of me and my baby, right? Right now, I don't feel like I can relax and live in the house well enough. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you think you can leave the house for me?
What? What are you actually talking about right now?
What's so bad about me asking something like that? I only want you gone for as long as it takes for me to have my baby and then leave this house after. Just go find some place for the next couple of months and stay there while I enjoy my time living and relaxing with my parents.
Could you please not recommend something like that to me? I don't even have any bad intention with you. So please stop thinking that I'm so jealous of you and let's just get on with us helping you move back in. Both Jack and I have no plans of leaving this house, so you're just going to have to live with that fact and learn to settle in with the rest of us here.
I don't really care about Jack having to leave the house or not. I'm only asking that you be the one to get out of the house.
You're only going to be back for a little bit to have some rest before having your baby, and you want me to leave the house during that time frame? I feel as though I'm the only one here getting shafted by your plan.
Well, it's my family's house after all. I have every right to move back into that place whenever I'd like and choose who I want to stay and who I want gone.
I am very well aware that this place is your family's home. But that kind of idea you have about your right to this place is way too self-centered.
Well, whatever. We can talk more about this when we're all at the house. I'll help you understand just the kind of place you have in this family.
My place in this family? I'm not going to be taught my position in this family by someone like you, Lydia, okay?
Are you well aware of your place in the family now?
What the hell were you thinking, Lydia? You just hit me in the face and then kicked me out of the house.
I've gone out for a bit, and before I come back, I want you to gather all your things and get out of that house. I don't even want to see your face anymore, so make it happen quickly. I am the one wanting to be back home relaxing before I give birth to my parents' grandbaby. However, all you're doing is just living there rent-free with nothing to offer them. You parasite. You have no right to be in this house.
But you have zero right using violence as a way of trying to get me to leave.
An old and fertile woman like you is a pretty scary thing to have around a pregnant woman like me.
I get it now. You can't help yourself but make fun of me all the time, and that's why things like this have started. Calling me horrible names and even assaulting me like that inside the house. You're going to regret what you've done to me. I can see that the both of us living in the house together is never going to work out now.
And that's why I just told you what has to happen. You have to leave the house because I have no desire to live in it with you. If something were to happen to me, what would I do? I'm the one carrying the most important thing to this family right now. I get that you can't have a baby, but don't you dare start taking out that stress of not being a good enough woman on me.
I have never wanted to take out any kind of stress on you. I'd really like you to stop using my infertility as the basis for all your claims about me, okay? Hitting me because of your misunderstandings of me? That's not okay, Lydia.
I'm just afraid of you since a woman with pent-up jealousy over me having a baby could do anything to hurt me, or the baby when they're born. You are really causing me a lot of fear and stress, so you're going to have to go. I think you're better off having that baby with nobody around you. Huh? If you're going to say something as heartless as that to me, I might just have to tell both Jack and my mom about it. You can say whatever you'd like, but I'm your mother. Huh? Mom? I never thought that my own daughter would be talking to her sister-in-law that way. But I guess I really messed up raising you into someone that thinks things like that are okay. Hold on a minute, Mom? You have a total misunderstanding of things. Were you the one that just said that to me? That I should have my baby with nobody else around? That's not very kind or motherly of you to say, okay? What's gotten into you? Are you sure that Jamie isn't saying things to you right now that's gone and made you think that I'm the bad guy here? All she's done is shown me all the messages you both have been sending back and forth, and nothing else. I am oh so disappointed in you, Lydia. You're disappointed in me? Oh, don't be so mean, Mom. You're no longer going to be staying here while you get ready to have your baby. What? I want you to stay away from this house for the rest of your pregnancy and have that baby somewhere else. And I'm sure the only reason you've come here a month before we had all planned is because something went wrong between you and your husband. Well, you have no right taking out your frustrations on someone like Jamie, all right?
I wasn't taking out any frustrations on her, Mom!
I'm sure you had no clue about this before coming back here, but Jamie has been a huge help in maintaining financial support of this home. Your dad and I are really thankful for what she's been doing to help us.
What? Jamie has been helping you guys financially? Does she really make that much money on her own?
She sure does. But that's not the problem here, Lydia. The problem with you that's really gone and upset me today is the fact that you acted like this towards Jamie, all because she can't have a baby herself. Well, I'm not going to ever forgive your actions over some poor excuse like that. You definitely don't know this, but back when I was around your age, I had been worried myself about being infertile or not.
Huh? You were, Mom? But you still ended up having both Jack and I, right?
And that was after I went through some procedures to help with my infertility. I had been married to your dad for a total of 10 years, and during that whole time, we never had any kids.
Now that you mention it, you might have hinted at some of that story a while back. Sorry, but I forgot all about that crap.
I was very thankful that after all the work that had to be put into me, I was able to have the two of you. But having to see that my own daughter is going to use infertility as the basis for acting like a complete jerk to someone else, it's heartbreaking, Lydia. I never expected that you'd be the kind of girl to do this to another woman. I'm not only heartbroken, but in complete shock now. I'm going to toss all your things out right now.
What? Mom, what do you mean you're going to toss all my things right now? Tell me! Don't you think you're taking things way over the top by doing that to me?
I'm the one taking things over the top? What are you talking about, Lydia? If you find that you don't like the sound of that, then you get your butt back here right now and get all your things and leave this once. And I want you to go up to Jamie and apologize to her for both talking to her like a complete jerk and for hitting her in the face.
What? Please, just hold on a minute, Mom. You know that I'm really close to having my baby now, right?
You have another 2 months or so, right?
I know that, but that's only a couple more months. If I'm kicked out of my own parents' house now, what am I going to do about myself and the baby? I was really excited to finally be home where you could take care of me all day and I could just sit around and enjoy my life.
Stop trying to make yourself look like the one that deserves any pampering. I'm tossing your things out of the house right now.
Hold your horses. You would never actually throw out a pregnant woman's things, right? I'm on my way back to the house right now, so please take some time to calm down and we can talk all that over again.
Your mom has already gone ahead and started throwing out all of your things. Lydia, you did a really great job getting yourself kicked out of the house.
Huh? Is this you again, Jamie? What the hell have you gotten my mom to believe all of a sudden? It's all because of you making her have a huge misunderstanding that she wants me to stay away from her house.
And it's totally fair for her to want you out of her house, right?
Huh? What the hell does all that mean? You're only starting to piss me off even more now by talking to me like that.
Say what you'd like. I never told your mom anything to make her act this way. It all happened just as your mom said. She only had a look at my phone where all the messages between you and I were displayed, and that's what set her off. Besides, you both talking down to me for being infertile and also hitting me in the face as a way of teaching me something is not what your mom finds appropriate. No mom would find that all right, actually.
Oh, come on now, Jamie. I just wanted to come home and get rid of the parasite that's been living in my parents' house. I didn't think my mom would get upset at me for trying to help her and Dad out. Honestly, the fact that you're even still living in that house with her after all these years is a complete disaster for me.
I'm not living here because I wanted a place to lay back and make your parents work for me. I'm here because I needed to be here living with them. I understand that as of right now, I don't have any kids of my own, but I've been making up for that by working my butt off all day at work, and have been using that money to help your parents in this house. Last year, Jack went without a job for a little while, and during that whole time, I had to pretty much support everyone in this house.
Huh? He didn't have a job.
And just like I thought, nobody told you about that. I mean, it shouldn't really matter that you knew about that little fact or not right now, since it's not going to change your behavior or anything.
What are you trying to say?
Last year, your brother's company that he was working for went under, and for a little bit, he had been unemployed. But even when that happened, I stepped up my game and worked even harder in order to support everyone in the house. I was allowed to live in your parents' house after all with them, so I already knew I had to work for their sake, but when he lost his job, it only added to the amount of work I needed to put in.
I never knew things like that were happening. But you're right to have never told me about that because it has nothing to do with me anyway. You're bringing up a bunch of things I never even knew about before, so how do you think that's going to help with the situation now?
I just find it hilarious, well, also sad, that while you never knew a thing about what's been going on with your family here, you tried coming home unannounced to us and then became violent with me when I was only trying to state some facts about your room. All I can think of you as now is some kind of violent and easily angered child. Luckily, I'll probably never have to deal with you again after today. I hope you do well giving birth to your baby. I'm going now.
What are you talking about? Are you just going to let me be kicked out of the house?
Excuse me?
Jamie, it's your fault that my mom is mad at me. You go and get her to stop acting like a monster and let me stay in the house again. How am I supposed to handle myself all on my own if I'm forced to leave?
Weren't you just the one that hit me in the face and told me to get out of your house a little bit ago? I can see that you totally forgot about that little fact. Seriously, Lydia, what are you trying to get at now by saying something as selfish as what you've just said? Your mom has already lost all the respect she had for you as her daughter. And I don't think you're going to get her to change her mind on wanting you gone. And in my case even, I don't want you living here with me anymore either, because I'm afraid you might try and assault me again. And just to make sure that you don't try and get any sort of revenge for what's happening to you, I'm going to call the police and tell them what you did to me.
Huh? You're going to call the police. Why are you taking things way out of proportion here?
I think that it's well within my rights to tell the police about you hitting me like that. You literally assaulted me by doing that.
Assaulted you? You were being way too overdramatic about all that. Was just giving you a little slap on the face was all to let you know I was being serious about wanting you out of the house.
I'm sure that someone like you who has trouble controlling their emotions would never be able to understand the kind of damage you just caused. But if you'd like to know just the kind of damage you did to me, you knocked out one of my teeth.
Really? It was that hard of a slap?
It wasn't even a slap. You had your fist balled up and hit me hard enough to both knock out a tooth and cut up the inside of my mouth.
Well, I never thought it'd cause that kind of damage. And what do you mean I can't control my emotions? That's expected from someone who's pregnant with a child.
Let me be clear about this, Lydia. What you've done to me today was completely uncalled for. And I think it's time you stopped using your pregnancy as an excuse for everything, because the police are sure not going to listen to that. I'm really not sure what happened with you and your husband that made you start going crazy, but no matter what it was, you are not allowed back into this house.
Hold on for just one moment, Jamie. I've been having a really tough time lately. My husband has been claiming that the baby I'm carrying isn't his own, and so he kicked me out of the house for supposedly cheating on him. That's why I actually left the house before he told me to get out in order to hopefully get him to simmer down a little. But if you guys kick me out of the house, then where else would I be able to run to?
I don't care.
What?
If you really hadn't been cheating on him, then you wouldn't have been running away, right? And honestly, I don't care about what happened over at your house with your husband. I'm only worried about how you assaulted me and knocked out a tooth of mine. I think by this point you'd be best off cutting all that crap and handing yourself in to either your husband or to the police. Now, good luck with that. I can't wait to learn how all your actions bite you in the butt here soon. In the end, Lydia's mom never did end up forgiving her for what she'd done to me. and went to Lydia's husband to find out what was going on. When talking to him, she learned that he was in the middle of filling out divorce papers and would soon no longer have to deal with Lydia. Had Lydia just told us all the situation and moved in peacefully, her mom would have been willing to care for the baby, even if it wasn't Lydia's husband's. But even with all the help she could have offered, the fact that Lydia treated me in such an awful way made it impossible for her mom to forgive her actions.
About the guy you're planning on marrying, Haven. I really like to think he's a 1 in a million type of guy. Like the kind of guy with the perfect looks, perfect body, and perfect style. And for me, that means he's the perfect man and should belong to me.
Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
Thank you so much for bringing a man like him to my attention. I'm finally starting to believe that a thing like destiny is actually true. And that my destiny just so happens to be him.
What are you talking about, Gracie? I never brought him to your attention, okay? I just brought him over to meet everyone in the family before we plan to get married.
And from that point on, I really started to like him a lot. Haven, do you mind giving him to me?
Please don't say such stupid stuff. He's my fiancé. Did you forget that? I've no reason to be handing him over to anyone. I get that you always want whatever I have for some reason or another, but you have to understand by now that I will not give you someone that I love.
But him and I have already traded phone numbers with one another.
What?
And, for some reason, I'm starting to think that he might actually be into me already as well. Well, of course, he would fall for me. I happen to be the most loved person when it comes to everyone. So, I knew I'd get his love as well.
Wait a second. You stop saying all that crap right now, Gracie. If you even lay a finger on my fiancé, I will not forgive you ever again, and you'll be on my hit list for sure. Understand that?
Did you know that your sister is finally going to get married?
I know that. You didn't have to come to me of all people and say that. Now, why are you even talking to me in the first place?
Now what makes you think that you can talk to your mother in that tone? You knew from the start that your fiancé would choose someone like Gracie over you, right? It's only natural that she gets whatever she likes. And as for you, with not a hint of cuteness to your name, it's only fair that he threw you aside for her.
Is that really something you should be saying to your own daughter?
Well, if you had just figured out how to make yourself look attractive, then maybe you would still be with him getting ready for marriage, right? But there's no point in you trying to be somebody worthwhile now. And you will never be able to change the fact that your fiancé threw you away for someone like Gracie.
I'm so tired of all of you. All of you are freaking toxic. It's crazy to think that it's not just my sister that's messed up, but my parents as well, because they always let my sister have whatever she wants. I hate you all.
That is not how you should be speaking of your family, especially in front of your mother. God, you really are such a mindless idiot. There was no reason for your father and I to love you more than her when you act and think like that.
I understand that you and Dad don't give a crap about me, but the fact that my own little sister stole my fiancé from me and is now being backed up by my parents is just dumb. How dare you think it's okay to kick a dead horse like you have been? Just leave me alone already. I'm going to cut ties to all of you to make sure I never have to be hurt by all of you again.
You're cutting ties to us? There's no way you could get away with something like that. You are nothing more than a stupid baby that needs us.
I don't believe that I am a stupid baby.
Haven't you realized yet that you're the older sister? And that it's your job as the older sister to give everything you have to your little sister? Or are you still blind to the reality of things?
I realized that a long time ago, and I've also learned because of that I don't need a mother or sister anymore.
And I've always been trying to say to everyone that I only ever needed one daughter. I am so glad your father and I did such a good job raising Gracie. Oh.
I'm done here. Go ahead and say whatever else you'd like. I'm cutting ties with all of you right now. Goodbye forever, dickheads.
Why are you not answering my calls? You should be more than able to answer a call from your own mother.
And who is it that's been calling me?
I am not in the mood to deal with your stale jokes.
Well, I have no idea who you are, so can you please inform me before we start this little conversation?
I am your mom.
Oh. Why are you trying to get a hold of me when we've been doing so well staying out of one another's business for the past 2 years? You have a daughter that you and your husband both love way more than me, so go on and bug her about it. I'm not in the mood to be belittled by you anymore. Now leave me alone. Goodbye.
You really have not changed at all, have you? Freaking mouthy little witch that shouldn't even pass for a woman. That's why it sucks for me to have to sit here and ask you this.
What do you want to ask me?
Right now, Gracie is in a lot of trouble. She is seriously ill and will need a lot more help before she can get better.
What are you even talking about? Do you actually think I care that she's sick? Because I don't.
I can't believe you're not even worried about your little sister right now. I guess I should have known this is how things would go. Are you really going to sit there and say that you're not worried about your dying sister?
Just hurry up and get on with what you have to ask me. If you keep it up with all the emotional BS, then my energy will all go to waste before the day's event's over.
She's going to need a donor, an organ donor, because of her illness. From what we're being told, if you give her one of your kidneys, she'll have a very good chance of fully recovering. So, now that you're aware of that, can you please call the hospital and set up the date you'll give her one of yours? We have to get all of that handled soon because it might be a few weeks before the surgeon can take you.
What the hell are you going on about?
Have you not been listening to me? We are going to need one of your kidneys, so we have to hurry up and pick a date to prepare for the surgery. They said that if you're quick enough, they can get you in tomorrow morning for that surgery even.
What? What the hell is going on here? Are you actually mentally retarded or something?
I want to know what kind of nerve you have calling your mother that. The only one here, that is you.
So you're trying to tell me that you want to use one of my kidneys? And you want to use it for Gracie, who is deathly sick?
Absolutely. You are her older sister, so give her your dang kidney already.
I've been living the past 2 years of my life in peace after cutting ties to all of you. And here I am, once a peaceful day like today, having to listen to you about people I really don't care about. And about how you have the stupid request for me.
What is with you calling all of us stupid? I am just telling you how things have been and how they're going to be, right? It's only right for you to become her donor because you're her older sister. You can forget about how she stole your fiancé from you already and give her that dang kidney she needs.
I don't have any little sisters anymore, though.
What?
I haven't had any parents or little sisters for the past 2 years, so have you lost your mind or something? You're not even old enough yet to be going senile or anything, so it's really a shame you see you in that state. Thank God you're not my family anymore, because I would hate to have to take care of you when you do get old enough to be legitimately crazy.
What are you saying? Tell me what any of that means.
What the hell do you mean, give us your kidney? Who do you even think you are to me anymore to say something like that? You should be asking me in a much more polite tone, at the very least, if you're going to ask that from a stranger like me.
I don't give a crap about being polite when it comes to you. You're going to be giving Gracie one of your kidneys, right?
Well, no matter how you go about asking me, I'm not planning on giving her one.
What?
Why do you think I should give one of my organs to a complete stranger? Of course I'd be saying no to that. I don't know how many more times I'll have to say this, but put your head on straight and think for once, you crazy old loony.
Who the hell? Is anything I'm saying even entering your ears? She is on her deathbed right now. Gracie is on her deathbed. She has an illness that is literally going to kill her, and you're not going to do a thing? Do you really still call yourself an older sister by doing that? If you're really her older sister, then you'll give her one of your kidneys.
Oh, jeez, this is just dumb now. You and Dad were the ones that always cared about her over me, so would you please leave me alone now and figure something else out yourselves? I don't think you understand just how little I like the three of you buffoons. You're not even my mother to me anymore. Gracie isn't my little sister, and Dad isn't my father.
Excuse me?
Ever since you let Gracie just get away with taking my fiancé from me, I stopped thinking of her as my sister and as you as my parents. That was literally the last straw for me, and you guys pulled that sucker from me like it was free or something. So now that you understand my feelings, can you quit it? Just be quiet and go find yourself a donor like everyone else by being put on a donor list. It's really stupid for you to even ask me things like that in the first place.
What kind of attitude is that? Have you forgotten that your father and I were the ones that raised you?
Oh, I forgot about that a long time ago, actually. Honestly, I was wondering if you guys ever did anything in the first place to show that you were raising me. That's how little I care. I guess I can thank you for giving birth to me, but that would be one hell of a stretch right there. Because ever since you gave birth to Gracie, my life has been like living in a labor camp. You and Dad always thought about Gracie all the time and put me on the back burner. No, wait. You just dumped me in the trash like you didn't even need me anymore.
We had no choice in that matter. You were the older sister and Gracie is your little sister, so...
So what? As a mother, you should be more than capable of caring for 2 kids. But instead you only focused on Gracie, and my whole life I felt like I was never even a part of the family. Whenever Gracie wanted something of mine, you would let her have it. I thought I was finally in the clear after leaving your guys' house, but that feeling of safety only lasted so long. Because not far down the road, Gracie was back stealing my fiancé from me, and you were just letting it happen. Well, I've gone and cut ties to all of you now, so stop trying to act like I think you guys are anything more than strangers. Stop asking me such stupid requests. You're all just selfish pricks.
The fact that you would say all that to me is awful. So you're telling me that I'm really not like a mother to you anymore? Throwing away your family like that is the worst sin one can commit.
I really thought I made it obvious to you this whole time that I don't care for any of you anymore. Who was it again that my whole life acted as though I didn't need to be cared for and could fall second to my sister's wishes all the time, while also picking on me any chance they got? I don't really think it was me that threw you guys away, but you guys that threw me away. And that happened long before today. I don't even remember the last time I thought of you guys as family, to be honest.
So because of that, you're not going to help your little sister?
Ugh. Like I've been saying, she's not my little sister to me anymore. You're being a witch about all of this now. I have her blocked ever since she took my fiancé away from me, so don't think she has any chance of talking me into giving her any help.
She has always been telling me about how she can't get a hold of you. The reason for that was because you've had her blocked? Blocking your own little sister's phone number like that.
Jesus freaking Christ. She is not my little sister anymore. I have a new world now that I live in with new people, and you guys are not a part of it. So leave me the frick alone.
What do you mean? Huh?
I got married last year.
What? You got married?
And from what I've heard, Gracie ended up leaving the man she stole from me not too long after I left, right? I guess I was lucky to never marry that guy after all, especially since he was cheating on me with her right before our marriage. Freaking dick. But I'm happy I never had to deal with him again after he left me for her.
It's because of that man that Gracie has had to go through a lot of heartache. And if you want me to take the blame back even further, you were the one that introduced him to Gracie.
Huh? So that's my fault now. You're brain dead. I just brought him over the house one time to see everyone before we got married is all. If anything, it should be your guys' fault for letting her take that man away from me right before we got married. So why bother blaming me for something like that now?
Gracie has nobody else to rely on right now besides her family. So you should be just as much to blame for what happened to her as the rest of us. So can you please do something to make up for your wrongs? You happen to have 2 kidneys, so it shouldn't be a problem to hand one over to her, right?
I told you that I'm married now, right?
That has nothing to do with this.
It does, though. I'm pregnant right now.
What?
So there's no way I'd be able to give her one of my kidneys right now, even if I wanted to. But even if I wasn't pregnant, she wouldn't be getting anything from me anyways.
Are you serious? Are you really going to throw your family away like that?
You guys have never been my family, Lo. So how would I go about throwing away something I never had to begin with? The only family I have now is my husband's family and nobody else. Luckily for me, his whole family is made up of really kind-hearted people who have been supportive of me in every way. I've been able to tell them everything about what's happened between myself and you guys, and they listened and understood me. They've all treated me like I've always been a part of their family, and I'll never leave them.
Who cares that they care about you? They are all just strangers. You are my real daughter, all right? And Gracie is your real sister. Do you not want to stay with us?
I once did want to stay with you all,
but that was before Gracie opened her mouth. Ever since that day, you guys have all been more distant to me than strangers. You're all like aliens. Like I will never be able to meet any of you in my lifetime.
No way. You're making it seem like you really won't help your sister.
By the way, there's something I'm wondering about. Why haven't you given her one of your kidneys yet?
What?
If a doctor said I was able to match with her, then that should mean anyone in the family can, right? So why am I the only person you're asking? Why do I have to go through all of this for people that I don't care for?
Well, you were the youngest of us all. I'm almost in my 60s now, right? If she were to get one of my kidneys.
Look at that. You don't give a crap about helping her and would rather force me to do it. You're such a sly little cunt. Just go help her yourself already if you care so much about her. Stop asking me like I would ever do something like that for any of you.
But you both are sisters, so you should want to help her more than me. Why are you not more open to that?
Ugh, go away already. It's gone on for too long now, and I need to put my phone down.
Wait!
This is the last time? What final things do you have to say to me?
When will my grandchild be born? Your child is my grandchild, right? You're going to let me see them, right? Hey, I really want to see my first grandchild. I want to hug and kiss them like I have myself a baby again. So you'll be able to let me see them when they're born, right? Also, once you've had the baby, you'll be more than willing to give Gracie a kidney, right? Right?
Wow. I knew it. I was just going to block you, but I wanted to see where all of this was going. But no, it's confirmed now. I've confirmed that I need to block all of you and never ever let you into my life again.
What? No, wait. I really do want to see my grandchild.
No worries. Already prepared myself to tell them when they come of age that I never had any parents, and that their only grandparents are my in-laws. They'll never know a thing about you guys. They'll never want to meet you guys, and most of all, you will never get to know a thing about them. Now good luck looking for a donor that'll work with Gracie. I'm blocking you now, you screwed up witch. Naturally, since all of them are like complete strangers to me, I never ended up donating a kidney to them. But soon after that day, word got out about how my husband happens to have some money, and due to that, those freaks started to try with all they had to find us. They went all over town shouting my name, trying to find me, and even started to put up posters saying that I was kidnapped and that if anyone saw me to have my whereabouts reported to them. But the thing is, my husband and I didn't even live in that state anymore, so I'm not sure they were going to have any luck finding me like that. And having already blocked all of them on every form of social media as well, of course, they were never able to find where we were living. As of right now, Gracie is still in the hospital hooked up to a dialysis machine and has not found herself a donor yet. I really hope that right now she's regretting her whole life and wishes that she had just been a bit nicer to her older sister. And I'm sure that really soon here things will begin to go sour between her and Mom. As for myself, I was able to give birth to a happy and healthy baby boy. Right now, I'm really looking forward to becoming a great mother. And if I'm ever to have another baby, I'll make sure that they are loved just as much as my first son will be.
Hey, Leah, I don't know where you are, but Zoe is coming over in like an hour.
Really? That's a surprise because she only visits on holidays. Did something happen?
Nope, she is actually going to be living with us from today.
What? Wait, doesn't she live with her husband?
She got divorced and has nowhere to go.
This is too sudden. But you are really nice to let her live at our house. This is until she finds a new place, right?
Of course not, she'll be living with us permanently. I invited my parents over to live with us as well because it'll be easier for them and we can help each other when something happens.
Your parents visit us every weekend. Do they need to live with us?
Yeah, because they live about 2 hours away and Zoe needs them, especially now.
It's a good thing you love your family, but why didn't you ask me beforehand? There are things you need to think about.
I thought that you were okay with it, plus what things?
Like space? There isn't enough space for all of us, plus I work from home and I don't want people making noises while I have meetings because I won't be able to focus. Also, money? We can't financially support everyone.
Yeah, and why don't you just find somewhere else to go, like the library or your friend's house for your job? About the money, how about just finding another job? Don't you know that my little sister is heartbroken now and needs our support?
I can't go somewhere else because my company has strict security to prevent info leakage. Are you serious about the job? I work full-time, unlike you, who only works 2 times per week. So why don't you find another job?
Yeah, I work 2 times per week, but longer hours than you, so that's enough for me.
There are people who work full-time like me who work 8 hours 5 times per week.
Don't you just sit there and do stuff on the computer, though? I use physical strength, so I gotta take a rest a few days.
Yeah, but I get tired mentally, but I just shake it off and work. Working's not easy, you know? You're just slacking off and think it's okay because you can rely on me whenever you're in trouble.
Hey, I'm not slacking off. I work hard, but I sometimes need help. Why don't you experience my job once, then you'll know.
You have to be responsible for your own life sometimes, you know? If you say that, why don't you experience mine also?
It's just copying and pasting and typing, so it should be easy peasy.
We're not going anywhere with this, so let's put this conversation aside and focus on your family living with us.
You brought this up. Look, if you want to complain about my family and my job, then why don't you just leave?
What, me? You're kicking your own wife out?
Exactly, my family comes first.
I'm part of this family too.
No, you're not. Seems like you don't want my family to live here, so I really don't care about you anymore. Why don't you just find a new place to stay?
I never said I don't want them here. I just told you let's talk about this once. Find a new place to stay? That's too sudden.
If you can't find anywhere, then how about that doghouse in the backyard? It was Oreo's, but he passed away 5 years ago and I left it there. He'll probably fit because he was a large breed.
Are you being serious right now?
Yep. Hey, living in a doghouse doesn't sound that bad.
You're pissing me off, so I'll go talk to Zoe about this. Hey, Zoe, I heard you're moving back here. Is everything okay?
Didn't you hear anything from Hike? Of course not. Yes, I'm going to live there from today, so did you pack your bags? You're gonna leave, right?
What? You want me to leave also?
Yeah, because I only want to live with my family, so it's gonna be a problem if you're there. I told Hayek about this, and he said that he would look into doing something about it.
He happened to talk to me about that something a few minutes ago.
Oh, really? Well, now you know. Can you hurry up and leave?
I need about 2 to 3 days to pack my things because I work every day, plus it's too sudden.
Do you even have things to pack? I remember you being a minimalist. I can help you if you want. That way you can leave earlier.
No, that's fine. I don't like people touching my stuff. Can I tell you one thing that I want you to do? Things have changed at your parents' house, so you should talk to them instead of your brother because he's an idiot and probably won't understand how serious it is. After you hear everything, you probably can't kick me out.
What things? Are you saying this because you want to stay there?
No, it's just that you should know the truth.
What truth? I bet it's an excuse for staying at that house. It's my house, so please leave.
You're saying the exact same thing as Hayek. Let me guess. Are you gonna tell me to go live in the doghouse too?
No, but that's such a good idea. Hayek is a genius. You will be living here, but outside, so I don't need to see you.
So you agree with him. I thought you were a kind person, but boy, was I wrong.
I don't care about your opinion and don't want to argue right now. My husband pissed me off and I'm heartbroken now. I just want to spend time with my family.
Okay, whatever. But I think you'll face problems later on, though.
What problems?
You'll see.
Did you pack your bags? Hurry, cause Zoe's having problems with you staying at our house. Leave the house as soon as you come home.
Can't believe you had the nerve to move all of my stuff into the hallway and gave her my room.
I thought that moving your stuff was gonna be easier for you.
I hate it when somebody touches my stuff. I've been telling you that since we dated. I also wasted my time arguing with you and driving to my company when I had time to do work instead. About the room situation, you could have just said something like, "Hey, this used to be her room and she feels comfortable, so can she have your room?"
So, that's not my problem. I don't need to ask you that because you won't live here anymore. Hey, there's some things in the room that are perfect for Zoe right now. A good speaker so she can listen to her favorite songs, a small meditation room, ooh, and a few aroma candles.
Yeah, something that I bought. She can have those if she pays for it.
She's heartbroken now, so aren't you nice enough to give it to her?
I would have let her if she wasn't a bitch to me.
She's not a bitch, she's just stressed out. Why don't you buy the same thing then?
You seriously have no common sense. Don't you usually ask the person who bought it first to see if it's okay to give away their stuff?
It's my house, so whatever's in this house is mine. And I have the right to decide, okay? Understood?
Wow, what happened to you? You were so nice at the beginning, but you turned into a scumbag. Fine, she can have those since I'm a nice person. I'll leave this house when I get home, but I'll ask you one more time. Are you sure that you want me to leave?
I never changed, you just think that. Thank you, yes, I want you to leave. I cleaned out the doghouse for you if you want somewhere to go.
I do have somewhere to go, so you didn't need to do that. I'll head home to get my stuff in a little bit and go to the clerk's office to file the divorce papers because kicking me out means that you want to get a divorce, right?
When did I fill one out?
A few months ago. You don't remember? You said, let's fill one out just in case if something happens.
Oh, did I? No, I don't remember that, but I was fed up with you anyway, so please go ahead. Thank you for doing it for me.
No problem. Are you 100% sure about this? You guys are gonna face problems.
I just told you that it's fine. I also know that this is a threat, so I have no problem with you leaving.
Okay then. If something happens, I won't help you, okay?
Yeah, hurry up and come home. Where the hell are you? Pick up the phone! Why are you ignoring me?
I don't want anything to do with you. There's no need to talk.
Who cares about that? Can you explain why we're getting evicted? Pick up the phone or come here and talk about this.
I don't want to listen to your voice or see you, so I'll explain it here. I sold the house. That's it.
What do you mean you sold the house?
Well, your parents asked me to be the owner of the house, and I've been paying the mortgage this whole time, so I can do whatever I want, because it's my house, right?
Wait, you're joking. Why did they ask you?
I'm not joking. They got hooked on gambling and got into debt, and since they still haven't paid it off yet, they asked me if I could help them pay for the mortgage. They didn't tell you because they were embarrassed. Also, you probably didn't know this, but they are borrowing money from me. If you don't believe me, why don't you ask them? Sorry, but I have to laugh because I can just picture what your face looks like right now.
Why didn't you tell me if you knew about this? How much are they borrowing from you?
About 20 grand. I didn't tell you because you never believed what I said, so I thought it was a waste.
This is something important, though.
Yeah, even if I told you, you probably will say it's just an excuse to stay at that house. I mean, all I did was sold something that I didn't need anymore. You've done the same things before online, right? Selling something to earn some money. It's the same idea.
It's not the same thing. How dare you sell the house without asking me?
Ah, now you understand how it feels like to know things in such short notice? That's exactly how I felt when you invited Zoe and your parents to live in the house. If you still want to live there, the only option is to buy the house.
Buy the house? This was my parents' house to begin with and should have been mine if you hadn't done something.
Excuse me, but whose fault is this? Even if you became the owner of the house, you probably couldn't pay the mortgage, so I did you a favor.
That's not true. I would have found another job or, I don't know, a full-time job.
I doubt that. You said that 2 times per week is enough for you, so I know that you would have had to ask someone for help. That doesn't matter to me anymore, though.
Wait, do my parents need to leave the house also?
Of course. Is there a reason for them to stay?
They're old! Are you seriously making them go through this?
Yes. Why don't you take care of them then? You're their son.
Yeah, I am, but...
Oh, right. You don't have money, so that's not possible. Let me talk to your parents then.
Why?
What do you mean, why? That doesn't matter to you.
Why am I getting kicked out? I thought you sold the house!
I canceled it because your parents begged me not to sell it. Plus, they still need to pay me back, so they made a deal with me. Find a job and pay me and the money they borrowed from me little by little and kick you out.
What? I'm so confused right now.
What's confusing? I canceled selling the house and your parents are staying, but not you.
Are you being serious right now? No, wait, how about Zoe?
Yes, I just talked to her and she said that she still wants to stay at the house. I know you're panicking right now, but it's funny how the family you care about don't really seem to care about you.
This is not possible. My family will never betray me. Where am I supposed to go then?
They just did. You're a grown adult, so why didn't you think about it?
Are you happy to make my life even more miserable? I already am getting the cold shoulder from my coworkers because they know about the divorce, and my friends cut ties with me, and I literally have no money. Do you know how I feel?
It's not good, right? Now do you know how I felt when you told me to leave the house and live in the doghouse? I'm done with you, so good luck with everything, and you better leave the house right now.
It's not a good feeling, okay? I'm so sorry, Leah. Wait, why don't we just get back together, huh? I still love you.
It's too late now. Plus, you never said I love you to me for 3 years, so I know that it means let me stay at the house because I have nowhere to go.
That's not true. If I didn't love you, I would have divorced you a long time ago.
But you didn't because you were using me for money, right? You don't need to lie to me because you said you were fed up with me. I think that's why you were saying jokes to hurt and piss me off recently because you didn't need me anymore.
Hey, did you think that I was serious about living in the doghouse? I was really joking about that, and I'm sorry if I hurt you, okay? Let's all live together like before. I'll go to the clerk's office and cancel that divorce, okay? Sounds good, right?
Absolutely not. I don't want to live with an asshole like you. If you want to cancel divorce, I'll call a lawyer to help me file for divorce.
Excuse me? I don't remember being one. What? Lawyer?
You were this whole time. I'm getting pissed off just thinking about what you did to me, so I'll divorce you no matter what. You probably can't pay for the lawyer, so why don't you give up?
Don't say that. Please help me. I don't have anywhere to live, and I'm so sorry for everything.
Sorry, but I really don't care at this point. If you can't find anywhere, how about the doghouse in the backyard?
Are you being serious right now?
Living in a doghouse doesn't sound that bad. You'll probably fit because Oreo was a large breed. Actually, you don't even deserve a doghouse, so why don't you live in a dumpster since you're trash? Hayek had no choice but to leave the house, and since he had nowhere to go and no money, he ended up being homeless. He quit his job because he felt awkward being there and is looking for a different job now, but is having a hard time since he only wants to work 1 to 2 times per week. He tries to reach out to me and his family, but everyone cut ties with him, so he's completely on his own. On the other hand, I'm living a stress-free life and even bought a dog and rebuilt Oreo's doghouse since it was a tad small for Hunter. I just hope that Hayek will not start living in it.
Hey, Layla, what the heck is this? You think that just because you are busy with work, you can give us your responsibilities? There is no way I'm going to continue letting you get away with this just because my parents are allowing it. Hello, Shay. I haven't been trying to leave you guys with any of my responsibilities. What's wrong? How am I and your parents involved in anything that has to do with you right now? Don't lie to me. This is what makes you a lowlife. You think you can just act stupid, which I know you are, all in order to go out and work and have fun while I have to be at home with this kid because my dad told me so. What? Lowlife? Kid? I knew about how you had been raised in a foster home and all that, and know nothing about raising a child and having a functional family. But what the hell are you doing, pushing your own kid off onto some stranger while you run off to do other things? If you're going to keep doing things like that, then you shouldn't have any kids. I wish my brother would have known better than this before he made you his wife. I have no idea what you're going on about right now. How could I be pushing my daughter off onto you when... Stop trying to make excuses for it. I already knew that you'd end up a useless person, and perhaps you don't want to trouble your kid with being such a waste of everyone's time and effort. That's really what I hope your reasoning is for handing her over to my family and I. But to think you'd go this far to get your child away from you? Why can't you just be an actual human and mom and take care of the things you've made? You quit that right now. What do you think you're doing leaving me on red? Hurry up and come get your kid. I am tired of having to sit here all day waiting for you to come and get her. You seem to be getting really worked up over something right now. And so far you haven't given me any good explanation of the situation besides that you have my kid right now and that I should be a better parent. So I was thinking to wait for you to calm down before we talk some more. Now tell me, what are you talking about right now? Don't play dumb. You think that by having your kid go over to your in-laws, there wouldn't be any issues? Both my mom and dad are old, and when it comes to my husband and I, we have things of our own going on. He has to work all the time, and I have to make sure all the chores and things like that are complete before he gets home. With the way things are right now, I can't deal with this kid. I have been forced so many times now to take on your child over here, even when I tell my dad that I don't want to. Are you seriously going to leave your kid over at this house for the whole summer now? This place is not some daycare, so you cut all that out right now. Come and get them, or else I'm going to take them back over to your house and leave them there. If you're talking about my child, she is sleeping right next to me. I don't even have any memory of the last time I took her to your parents' house, or even your house to have her stay for the day. What? Then, whose kid is this? I had been thinking for a little bit now that everything you were saying made no sense to me. That has to be someone else's child, right? Maybe there was some confusion in what your dad told you and the kid is actually one of his friends' grandkids or something like that? That can't be. He would never do something like that for one of his friends when they have families of their own to get help from. You're just trying to make up even more lies in order to keep your kid over at my place. What? Wait, hold on. My kid is really here at home with me. I can send you a picture of them with me right now to prove it. This is screwed up. I was told that this kid is yours, and that's why we're having to take care of them. You idiots really have nothing better to say besides excuses. I want you to get your kid out of my face here soon, or else I will start to act out. Eric, do you have a moment to chat?
Hello, Layla. What's going on with you?
I just heard from Shay a little bit ago that she is having to take care of my kid. But I'm not too sure how that could be, considering my kid is back here at my house right now sleeping. After hearing about all of that, I wanted to check with you about what's all going on. She told me you forced her to take care of the kid, so perhaps there was some kind of misunderstanding here?
About that, huh? I'm sorry. Your mother-in-law's legs aren't the best, so I asked that she take care of the kid for a little while.
But, Eric, that kid isn't even mine. I'm totally fine with you having your daughter take care of the kid for you, but don't tell her that that's my daughter she has right now.
What?
Like I said, my daughter is with me right now sleeping, so there's no way that girl Shay has right now is mine. So what's going on here?
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm getting old, so perhaps my memory isn't all that great. We must have made the mistake of which grandchild that is.
You mistook which grandchild that is? Back during my daughter's field day, you came out to see her, and you shouldn't have any other grandchildren besides my daughter. Also, aren't you still doing well enough to not be making mistakes like that? How were you able to mix up whose grandchild you had that badly? Wait, you only have one grandchild right now, Eric.
What? No, that's,
Are you hiding something from me right now? I'm at a loss, and I need answers to all this before I become any more confused. If you're not going to give me the truth right now, Eric, then I'm going to your wife about all this. Her legs might not work the best anymore, but at least she can tell the difference between kids and knows that she only has one grandchild.
Alright. Don't say anything about this to my wife, please. Okay? The truth isn't going to be pretty.
Again, with this frickin' kid! I can't deal with this any longer. I've come back to your house and I am going to toss them in your yard right now. Then they can sit out there all day long and play in the hot sun until you come out of that house and actually do something with your child. What? Out in this hot summer sun? It's almost 100 degrees out today and you're just going to leave them out there? Of course. They're not my child after all, so why should I have to care about their health any? Just know that whatever ends up happening to them is all your fault, since you're being such a terrible mother. I have told you so many times now that that's not my kid. Whoever you're doing all of that to has nothing to do with me, and you need to realize that before something really bad happens. Shut up! I have all the proof I need that this is your kid. So there's not one thing you could say to me that would get me to believe otherwise. Could you just calm down for me, please? I understand that you're really upset right now, but don't start harming that child over this. They really don't have anything to do with what's happened. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not going to take any of that crap from someone who never had any parents of their own and had to be raised in a foster home. Just because you never liked being in a foster home doesn't mean you can push your kid off onto me to handle. You are so messed up. I get that you have no idea how to raise a child because you never grew up in a family that actually cared for you, but you cannot force your child into a situation like this, you defective human. What the hell is going on with you, Layla? Making fun of me because I was a foster child? You think there's something wrong with me when you're the one tearing someone down because of a past they couldn't control. I get that you don't like me for the person I am, but all of those hurtful comments are ridiculous. You're the lowlife if you can't even learn to listen to what others are telling you and have to make them feel bad instead. So just listen to me. I know that there has been some kind of misunderstanding here. I know that because I know what's happening, but I don't want to hurt you or anyone else by telling you. What are you going to tell me that I don't already know, you loser? Even after all I've gone and said to you, you're still going to push that kid off onto me? I've been telling you over and over again now that they are not mine. A lowlife in your position has no right to talk to me like that. I know that this kid is yours. You can lie all you want about that, but I know the truth. And if you want me to prove that to you, this kid is wearing some really cheap clothing, and they have no manners at all. They just run around all day long screaming and breaking things in my house. They are the worst child I've ever laid my eyes on. You really have no idea at all how to raise a child, do you, you foster child? My girl is a very wonderful girl, and at a private kindergarten she's going to right now, she is praised by both her teacher and a lot of the other moms there. They tell me she's like an adult in a 5-year-old's body sometimes, okay? So don't you ever say that my daughter would be a troublemaker like the girl you're with. Huh? Did you just say private? That's what I said. My baby girl goes to a private kindergarten right now. I told you all about that a while back, right? Ah, so this is why you continue to think that kid is mine. You've been judging who their parents are based on the clothes they wear and their manners. Of course I have been. A lowlife like you would never be able to afford anything more than the cheapest options. It's insane that you'd think I'd fall for a lie about your child going to a private school. I mean, having been a foster child, making money these days must be so difficult for you, right? Right now, my husband and I own and run a cafe together. It has been very popular on social media, and every day the place is packed, making it a very difficult yet rewarding job for us. What? Lion is the name of our cafe. We have a lot of followers online, so go and have a look at the place yourself. There really is a place called Lion. Is that you in the picture of the cafe? That's because I run the place, so of course I'll be in some of the photos. Of course my daughter isn't in any of those photos, though. So because your cafe is always so busy, you're having me take care of your kid, right? During this part of the summer, it is exceptionally busy here, and so we make sure to have more staff on hand since one of us has to be home with our girl. So don't think that we would just be pawning her off right now while we both only focused on our business. Sometimes only having one of us here can be tough, but we'd rather have it that way in order to keep our daughter from being lonely. There have to be times when one of you can't be home for her, right? That's true. And at times like that, we have to end up asking your parents to take her for a day or two. But we make sure to plan that all out in advance, and she is only there during the day until one of us is back home. And while she is over there, she would never cause the kind of chaos that child you have right now causes. She's been raised well enough now that she'll apologize if she were to be responsible for breaking something. There is no way you could raise a child like that as a lowlife. I may come from a foster home, but there are plenty of very famous people who have had the same upbringing as me. The fact that you are judging all of us based off that one fact is terrible. And I hate to have to bring this up, but I am making way more money than you are right now. Then, who the hell's kid is this? This brat seems just like you, causing all sorts of trouble for others without a care in the world for their mental health. There is no way this kid is anyone's besides yours. Well, about that. That happens to be your dad's secret lover's grandkid who he's been trying to hide. My dad's secret lover's grandkid? In the past, your dad cheated on your mom. At that time, they both then ended up making a baby together, and after that, he'd been doing his best to pay for them, through child support and things like that. But after a few decades, that kid then ended up having a baby herself and expected your dad to take care of it for her. So he listened and started to help take care of his grandkids, but in order to not let any of you guys learn the truth, he said the kid was mine, and then had you care for them. Which means that right now, you are taking care of his secret daughter's child. What? Huh? What the? This kid is his secret lover's child's child? Sort of like a hidden grandchild. Although that's a bit strange to say. I cannot believe this! There's no way something like that has happened! I've just been telling you the truth. You should have a word with your dad about this now. I've already spoken with him myself, and this is all what he told me. Your dad was asked to help with his other grandchild, and for a bit he took them on with your mother. But in order to not let her find out the truth, he started asking you to take care of them for him. That's how things have ended up like this. Your dad ended up forgetting all about the fact that my daughter goes to a private school and forgot about her face as well, causing him to think that child was mine over time. Honestly, the fact that he mixed her up with whatever child you have now is a little bit disheartening for me. That's what happened? Shay, I can totally understand how you feel right now, having had a kid pushed off onto you for a while now. It really is tough having to raise a child. And when it comes to someone like you who has never had to raise a child before, this is your first time going through all of that. But even still, some of the things you've been doing and saying are not okay. Everything you've done to me up until now will not be forgiven. I don't need you forgiving me for any of this. I'm the victim after all. So quit it with all that crap about how I'm in the wrong here. You! What the hell are you trying to do by telling my husband all those things? This isn't about what I've said to him, but about all those things that you've been doing to that child who isn't even yours. I had to go and talk with him about how things have been going down there at your house. Just the other day, you left that kid in my yard all day under the scorching sun as though that was perfectly okay. I had to talk with him about that, all right? I was starting to worry about that child's safety. I was just doing all those things to them because I thought they were your child. So you're telling me that if it were mine, it would be okay to do whatever you wanted to them? Shut your mouth! And another reason I left them in your yard that day is because you were home. And there happened to be some shade in your yard, so it wouldn't have gotten that hot out for them. Are you not embarrassed to be making such a huge deal out of this? And one last thing, why didn't you tell me earlier that that wasn't your child? You never said anything to me like that, so you're just as much to blame as I am. God, I told you from the start that my daughter was already at home with me. I never heard that. How about this then? Why were you talking with my dad about things like his secret grandchild and crap? You have nothing to do with this family, so you don't get to tell me I'm wrong or right for what I've done to that kid. I wouldn't have to be involved in any of this if you would just listened to me and left me alone, Shay. But I do not want that child to have to suffer anymore for something those that need to take care of them are doing. Have you forgotten that I was involved in all sorts of suffering due to my parents? I understand what it's like to be hurt by those that should be looking out for me. Just like you've done to that kid. And it's not just the kid that's been hurt now, but their parents as well. Huh? Why would they be hurt? Had those parents actually taken care of their child in the first place, then none of this would have ever happened. After talking to that family about what happened to their kid, they were so upset by it and they went and apologized to them. She was just hoping for her dad to take care of her child for a bit, but he went and left her child with you, and then you put the child through some very serious circumstances. I get that you hated the idea of having that child pushed onto you, and that you were upset from all of that. But that does not make for a good enough reason to ever cause harm like that to a kid who isn't even yours. What you did was not okay. You need to learn from what you've done and make some changes to yourself. Stop messing around. Why the hell did you get my husband involved now? Because you would never listen to me. I was able to talk with him about everything that's been going on with you. Because of that, he's now working on fixing everything you've done. If you actually had any common sense in you, then you would have never gone and done the things you did to that child or me. He told me that we might have to get a divorce now because of this. I'm the victim in all of this. It's my dad who should be the one facing punishment for all this. I was just lied to.
Layla, what the heck did you think you were doing? What you've done is going to tear this family apart. Are you not embarrassed by what you've done to us?
So you're going to start with the same thing your daughter's been going on about? Honestly, I don't even blame Shay for everything because the cause of all that's happened is your cheating. You were the one that went out years and years ago with another woman and made a baby with her.
And I wanted to keep all of that a secret. Now that you've taken what I've told you and made a big deal out of it, a lot of people in this family are being hurt. Doing something like that shows that you have no conscience. And makes me worry about the kind of person you really are. You are far too old now to be saying things as dangerous as you have to my daughter and her husband. Why couldn't you have kept that a secret with me?
I haven't done a single thing wrong here. And I like to think all that's happening within your family right now is what you asked for.
No! All of this pain my family is being put through right now is your fault. It's because of you making such a huge deal out of everything that my daughter found out I cheated long ago. My wife and I had been doing so well all these years. But after what you've done, even my wife is upset with me now and hurt. Are you even aware of that?
Come on, the reason your wife is upset and hurt right now is because of you. The only one that's been living in peace this whole time has been you because you've gone and lied to everyone.
Excuse me?
Your daughter already told me that you and your wife have not been doing too well recently. The fact that you're not aware of that only adds to all the pain you've caused them. Also, even had I not told anyone about what you'd done, your wife was already starting to catch on.
What?
When I went and told her about what you said to me about your story, she replied by saying she already figured all of that out. I was shocked when I had to realize that she was already ahead of the curve here.
There's no way! If she'd known already, then she would have wanted a divorce or something, right? She never said anything to me. Never said anything at all.
It's not that she didn't, but that she couldn't. Even if she wanted to say something to you about it, you both had 2 kids already, and she didn't have all the evidence yet. All she could do was cry herself to sleep every night, thinking that you had yourself another woman. But, Eric, because of what's happened here, she's been able to learn about the kid you had with that other woman, and that you've been taking on that kid's kid for her. It would be rare for her not to take action against you now after all she's had to learn.
No! She has been with me this whole time because she loved me. You had just gotten to her and made her unhappy with me.
Your daughter was acting just the way you are right now, so I can see where she got that kind of childish behavior from. But the thing is, no matter what either of you try to say and think, you're not going to be changing the reality of the situation here. Your wife was able to have a look at all the child support you've paid and tried to hide from her. And right now, she's even talking with that woman you cheated with, and her daughter. Your wife has now been talking with a lawyer she had around with her for the longest time. And since she now has a good amount of proof that you've cheated on her and have been sending money to that woman for so long now, she can take you to court and get a settlement from you.
She has been at home this whole time, though. She never had any chances to find someone to help with the evidence and talk with a lawyer.
That's true. However, Shay went ahead and gave all that evidence to your wife just the other day.
What?
She did that because she is livid right now. I'm not going to forgive her for any of the things she's done, but she did fall victim to having to take care of that child for you in secret. Or should I say, she was scammed into doing that in a way.
No way. There's no way. I never raised that girl to sell her father out like that.
You never bothered to raise any of your kids in the first place, Eric. You would leave all of that on the shoulders of your wife, and then you would go out and play with that woman the whole time after you finished work. And then, after making a kid with that other woman, you went and kept them a secret from your wife this whole time. Honestly, I want to congratulate you for somewhat making it this far.
Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up, you family-destroying witch!
The family-destroying witch would be you, Eric. I have no clue how you mentally found it okay to hide all of that from your wife and kids, but it must be so much worse to be both your other woman's daughter and her grandchild because they had to grow up without you around them. No father or grandfather around. You went and lied to both parties about yourself, all so that you could continue to be happy and not pay for your sins. You've really gone and done it now by not only ruining one family, but two due to your selfishness.
You have no idea what a real family is, so you have no right to talk! Listen to the man who has actually had two families that have both loved and supported him!
There is nothing about what you're saying that I should be listening and respecting right now. And you want to know something really heartbreaking about all of this? Your wife has been waiting for years now, hoping that someday you'd open up to her about the truth and ask for her forgiveness. But instead of telling her the truth about having another woman, you went and had a kid with that woman and kept it a secret. She is going through a lot of pain now after feeling almost 3 decades worth of suffering and no longer wants anything to do with you. From now on, you deserve to live life on your own, please.
What? Why are my kids saying they want to cut ties to me now? This all shouldn't change the fact I'm still their father, right?
They want you out of their lives because you are their father. You went and did something completely unthinkable to them, and they are both in shock now. That's how horrible of a person you've been to them.
If they both cut ties to me, I'll be screwed! I won't even be able to see my grandchild anymore, right?
Huh?
You and my son went and had that girl of yours a while back, and it's been so nice having a grandchild around. I don't want to lose them!
I would never let my daughter meet a heartless man such as yourself anymore. The man who has gone and literally hurt everyone in his family, in both his families, needs to go burn in hell now. I'm on your mom's side in this. So that's it between you and I. Goodbye forever, you monster. Shay, the out-of-court settlement has been handled now, right? I heard about that from your mom. What do you want with me now? It's not like I'm happy about anything. I just wanted the money I deserved for having to take care of that woman's, well, I guess my sister-in-law's child. Have you not learned anything at all, though, after what all has happened? Learned anything? About what? About how I went and blamed you for that kid, thinking it was yours that whole time? Well, I was the victim there too then, so I shouldn't have to learn anything. And the reason I'm not happy is because even though my dad is out of the picture now, I'm going to have to take care of my mom now. Because he's gone, she's become my problem. You really are useless and a waste. Why did I have to end up in a position like this because of you? Having to take care of her has left me with no time to myself, and all of this after being forced to take care of a kid that wasn't even a part of this family. I get that you're the victim of some very terrible things due to your dad. But you didn't learn anything from causing harm to a young child like that, thinking they were mine. Just because you were a victim does not give you a free pass to do whatever you'd like. But you're going to be fine now, right? You should be used to taking care of another person by now. Huh? There's no way I know how to take care of my mom. Her legs are totally messed up and her back is hurting her all the time. And due to my dad, her lawyer is coming over to the house quite a lot. That's right. You come over and give me a hand. You're my younger sister-in-law after all. You're not twisted enough to throw away your mom-in-law now, right? No, thank you. Why should I have to go there and help you out? What? Well, you said it yourself, didn't you? Something about how it's messed up for one to force another person to have to take care of their responsibilities, like their child or their mother, perhaps? So I'm going to say the same thing right back to you. Do not have me take care of your own mother for you. That would be messed up. What? You witch! Your mom is already telling me that she doesn't need me to come over there and help you both out. She said she wants to keep relying on you until you've learned both your lesson and become a bit better of a person inside. So because of that, I'm not going to give you a helping hand. I happen to have a kid myself, so I need to be here for her. Then what the hell should I be doing here? I have no one else to ask for help now. Hey, reply to me. Eric ended up having to pay a massive amount in an out-of-court settlement to his wife, and then was completely cut off by everyone in his family. He was then left with their house as his wife moved out and would no longer have anyone around to keep him company anymore. Now he's going to have to work on paying off all the debt he's been left in for the rest of his life, most likely. I've heard about how he's been trying a few times now to get with the other woman he's been cheating with when he was younger, but she herself has a husband now and she won't tell Eric anything about him. He also tried going to the daughter of that woman, hoping that she would start hanging out with him more. Or even allowing him to go and live with her husband and their baby, but they didn't want anything to do with Eric either. She was actually so upset with what he had done to her daughter by handing her off to Shay to care for and abuse to some extent that she ended up cutting ties to him as well. I'm not sure Eric will ever be able to find himself anyone to keep him company again, and should give up on the idea of family in general, since he obviously never had a good enough idea of what one was. When it comes to Shay, her husband ended up creating some borders, telling her that she'd be left in charge of her mother as a way of punishing her for what she'd done to both myself and that little girl. She didn't take this very well at first, cussing him out and even trying to guilt him into helping since this was his mother-in-law. However, just like with me, he said no to all that, and then hit her with the ultimatum that if she didn't care for her mom or tried forcing him to, then he'd divorce her and leave town. With that in mind, she shut up and got on living the life with her mother, having to make food for her mom all the time and clean up after her. With there rarely ever being any time for herself now, and that massive pride she once had being smashed away, she's left on her own having to care for her mother for the rest of her mother's life. Of course, if she ever comes to me and actually apologizes for all the trouble she caused, then I'd be happy to start helping her with her mom. But I'm not so sure that day will ever come. And to be very honest, I hope it doesn't.